Today we search America for the one true state of basketball. I've created a roster with each American NBA player put on their hometown team. This includes the 30 teams currently in the league, a pair of historic teams, 7 collegiate teams, and the rest of the US all tossed together. To build this roster, I used each player's listed birthplace from Basketball Reference. I cannot stress that point enough. Whatever Basketball Reference says is the birthplace of a player, that is what I use. Nothing else. Yell at them and not me, please. For states home to multiple NBA teams like New York or Texas, if a player was from a direct NBA city, like Jimmy Butler being from Houston or Rudy Gay from Brooklyn, for example, they obviously joined that team. For the rest, I divided them up between the teams in the state, trying to find balance on paper. California, however, well, that was a whole different animal. Since 99% of California Hoopers are from Los Angeles, obviously the Clippers and Lakers are both powerhouses. While Golden State gets players born in and around Oakland, not too bad, and Sacramento gets, well, yeah, they're terrible. Sorry, Kings fans. The first step in running this tournament was to divide the teams into 2 groups of 20 and simulate one season with each. The top 8 teams in each conference after the simulation will get seeded as such for our round of 32, while the bottom 2 in each conference get eliminated already. Atop our first sim in the West, yep, the Clippers. I warned you, they're gonna be elite. South Carolina way up there, okay. Oh, and shout out to Sonics from the state of Washington, nice. Denver and Sacramento, there you go. Yeah, they're the first cuts. Meanwhile, in the East, New York, okay. Toronto, shout out the Canadians. Our North Carolina Hornets, yep. Orlando and Alabama eliminated. Our second sim out west saw, yep, the other LA team, the Lakers, atop the standings, of course. The rest of the USA is a 2 seed Missouri making some waves, okay. San Antonio was too weak and Utah went 0 for 8, okay. Yeah, they were garbage. Back east, as usual, the Hawks from Georgia were dominant. Cleveland, not a shock. New Jersey, all right. Wow, both Florida teams now eliminated with the Heat, and Kevin Durant couldn't carry the Wizards on his own, all right. And because I found this interesting, I will share it. The 2 MVP winners from both season sims, your favorite shooter and mine, Ja Morant, destroying the league on the Gamecocks, then Jason Tatum looking like prime Shaq on the Missouri Tigers. And with that, from 40 teams, we are now down to 32, which means I can bring in this fancy bracket here. And there you go, you can see our entire bracket with all 32 remaining teams. I've got 1 through 8 seeds in all 4 regions. It's gonna be good, man. Hopefully we see some upsets. And we'll start as per usual in the top left, the LA Clippers trying to run show. I see Virginia, I see South Carolina. They're a player with Ja, baby. I didn't have high hopes for an upset out the gates here because, yeah, the LA Clippers much better than the boys from Kansas, and that came to fruition on paper to on the court as the Clippers dominated. It wasn't close. Evan Mobley led the way 24, 16, and 3. Our 4 vs 5 matchup up next, the Rockets versus Virginia. Pretty even on paper with the exception of Jimmy Buckets, of course, there on Houston. And credit to Virginia, they kept this game close. It was single digits in a loss. Keldon Johnson balled out 29 points in an L, and actually Quentin Grimes led Houston in scoring, okay. I literally didn't notice on the bracket until now. We have a battle of the Pacific Northwest. How fitting. Seattle versus Portland, both teams great on paper, and you knew we'd have a tight game on the court as well. It's not over yet. Seattle's up 3. This is definitely the last chance for Portland for 3. Oh my gosh, he made that. I don't even know what to say. I did not see that coming. Okay. Oh my. DeJounte just missed a free throw and they got time. Come on, Portland, get a quality look. Peyton Pritchard. He just got blocked. Oh, Peyton Pritchard again. Imagine if he would have hit that. Wow. A crazy game. Seattle survives. DeJounte led the way. Paulo shot 3 of 20. Are you serious? And Domantas Sabonis 29, 15, 5 in a loss. That is tough. Following that thrilling finish, I figured we'd have another blowout. Mr. Lethal Shooter himself and the South Carolina Gamecocks. And yeah, OKC wasn't really, they weren't up for the fight, Brad. That was not even close. Tough to see. And yeah, Ja Morant 49, 7, and 13. He loves being a hometown hero. Despite a thrilling finish between Seattle and Portland, 1 region down, round of 32 anyways, and no upset so far. Maybe we'll find one in the bottom left region of our bracket, though. The other LA team will be up here. Missouri with Jason Tatum's looking good. Yeah, there's some battles. Unfortunately, one of those battles wouldn't take place between the loaded Lakers and weaker Phoenix Suns. Yeah, LA led tip to tail. Again, just pure dominance. A super balanced effort from the Los Angelinos, plus a LaMelo Ball trip dub. Not bad. From a blowout, we get another tight game, as look at how balanced these 2 starting 5s are in Golden State and Dallas. And it's a tie game with just under 2 minutes left. Let's go. Who's going to come up clutch? I mean, the Warriors have Dame, so I think them. Dallas took out Julius Randle, too, who's technically their best. Wait a minute. Tyrese Maxey. Nah, he's their best player. Look at that right on cue. Kenrick Williams for Dallas. Good pass. Yo, it got deflected, but Tyrese Maxey is indeed coming up up clutch. I just can't figure out for the life of me why Dame would be out of this game. He's not fouled out. Who cares? That was clutch. Who was that? Tim Hardaway. Wow. Tim Hardaway nails in the clutch. Does Tyrese have an answer here? Backdoor. That's too easy. Miles Turner. They got size, Dallas. Oh, that's wide open. Juan Toscano Anderson. That was a brick. Yo, bro. Once again, we move from what was a terribly competitive game to one I didn't expect to be. Missouri led by Jason Tatum. Yeah, they good. And you know, Minnesota wasn't bad, just an average team, but that star power of Tatum was just too, they dominated, Missouri did. And we were led right into the USA others, the misfits from America, just a solid, not flashy team going up against Memphis. And I don't know, dude, this US team, like I said, not flashy at all. Like D'Angelo Russell's their best player, but an 8-point win, that's about what I expected from them. Maybe they can make some noise. And look at the balance I'm talking about from you. Wait, D'Angelo Russell only played 22 minutes. He was real good. Yep, they're solid. And alas, that does wrap up our bottom left region, and still no upsets. Some fun games there though. And it does take care of our left side of the bracket in terms of round of 32. Let's start working on that right. Beginning in the top right where the Knicks are the 1 seed. I'm kind of surprised about that. I see my Canadians down there. Yep, let's do it. I was nervous for the Knicks. I can't lie. Even as a 1 seed, yes, they have Donovan Mitchell, but on the other side, Arkansas got a bunch of scrappy, hardworking, heart and soul type of guys. And no, okay, I'm not just talking about Austin Reeves, even though he's a legend, hillbilly Kobe, we know. But look at this, on the verge of our very first upset. Arkansas indeed up 5. How are they an 8 seed? Donovan needs a couple shots right here, right now, attacking Gafford, and 1. Okay. Yeah, this game is far from over, oh my word, wide open Malik Monk in the corner, and people are hitting shots today. That was such bad defense. Oh, that's actually good defense from Arkansas. I saw it coming. Daniel Gafford, he was in a good position. Nice. Okay. Donovan Mitchell did all he could, but a horrible shooting night and a bad turnover in the clutch to end the game. Nah, bruh. Nah, how are we getting this matchup already? I didn't even realize AD and a loaded Bulls team against the Pistons, who have Booker, Kuzma. They are very good on paper as well. Bruh, both these teams low-key done dirty by the bracket. The Pistons in pole position here to close it out. The door is still open, a crack for the Bulls. Old man D Rose against one of his former teams. That's clutch. I think this is last chance for Chicago. If they hit a 3 here, like, they might win this game. If not, it's probably over. They don't have 3-point shooters though. Talen Horton-Tucker, yeah. That's not what you want. The Bulls definitely deserve better, but what can you do? Anthony Davis wasn't even good. Bro, this region of the bracket has just snuck up on me. The North Carolina-based Hornets versus the Louisiana-based Pelicans. Both teams looking nice on paper, and you already knew this would be a tight finish. Again in this region, Charlotte's up 3 with 2 minutes left. That's a good look. De'Aaron Fox, clutchest player of the year, right on time, ties the game up. Kelly Oubre is running center. I guess Louisiana doesn't produce many bigs. That's De'Aaron Fox again. Can John Wall get Zion Williamson involved in the clutch? Nope, it's CP3 again. Nah, not a post fade. He hit it. Okay, that was nails. The Pelicans needed to be clutch once again, and you knew they were going to one man, and De'Aaron Fox drew free throws. It's either a game winner for the Hornets or the Pels hold on. Chris Paul. Oh, that's clean. That's clean. Chris Paul bricked it. Oh, he choked. We had another on-paper mismatch with Canada/the Raps taking on a pretty weak Brooklyn Nets team, and just like that, yeah, it went according to plan. Both New York teams are ousted in the same region, and those Nets losing much less a surprise, but I still can't believe the Knicks. We had 2 crazy upsets in that region, and we've got one more round of 32 region left to go, and technically another New York team with the New Jersey Nets. Okay, wait, never mind. No, New Jersey is a separate state. Did I just make a lot of New Yorkers and New Jersey people mad by what I just said? Let me know. As we got to our final round of 32 region, it was not surprising to see a blowout by the Hawks, a strong crop of talent from Georgia there. Another very balanced 4-5 matchup with Indiana on one side, Philadelphia on the other. I have no idea who's better here, and I'm genuinely shocked we didn't get a super clutch finish here. I mean, a tight enough game. Indiana kept it close, but yeah, Philly takes a dub. Okay. Neither Milwaukee nor New Jersey had any flash or dash to their lineup, just a balanced couple of teams. But as you'd expect between 2 balanced teams, a tight matchup that New Jersey would eventually pull away in. And to round out our round of 32, finally we'd see the debut of a team led by a couple guys born in Akron, Ohio. Steph, LeBron, Cleveland, ever heard of them? And this game was over basically before it started. Boston did not stand a chance. LeBron 27, 15, and 12 in his debut in this video. And we did secure another round of 32 upset. Nothing crazy, but Philly did beat Indiana in that region. And just like that, we are on to the Sweet 16. 16. The left side of the bracket looking a bit more loaded, the right side a bit more unpredictable. But going back to our top left region, the 1, 2, 3, 4 seeds, we're going to figure some stuff out. And will we be figuring out an upset for the Clippers at the hands of Jimmy G buckets? I don't know, man. The Clippers look so good. But with 2 minutes left, Jimmy and the Rockets are only down 4. They can pull off this upset. It's right here for the Clippers. All they need is a bucket or two, and they're closing this game out. And there goes Kawhi with some space. What was that? I don't know what that was, but it worked apparently. Jimmy Butler driving right past Kawhi and into Jarrett Allen. That's a huge stop. That might be game. 29, 7, and 5. Not bad for Jimmy, but it wasn't enough. Another great battle on paper. Will the Seattle Sonics be the team to finally holster Ja Morant? The answer is no, not quite, but they're still within miracle reach of winning this thing. Please, I want to see Seattle make a run. What is that? Okay, DeJounte, you made it. And they finally got one, but no timeout. Paulo is dead tired. Yeah, they're wasting a lot of... DeJounte, don't go for another 2. Dude, wait. What is he doing? Honestly, none of it compares to Ja Morant with another light 45 and 20. He's tearing up this video, literally. And no surprises in this bracket. We've got the 1 and 2 seed coming up in the Elite 8. And honestly, I'm worried for the Clippers. But before that, let's head to the bottom region on our left side of the bracket where we've got Lakers, Mavs, Mizzou, rest of the US. Starting with Lakers, Mavs, another really good on paper balanced matchup, although LA does have more depth off the bench. And that would actually rear its ugly head or beautiful head if you're a Lakers fan, because they dominated this game wire to wire. Dallas would end up losing by over 20 points. Wow. On paper, Missouri versus the rest of the US others looks like a bit of a mismatch, especially with Jason Tatum just cooking in this video. And I guess so, man, unless there's a miracle here from the Misfits. They are down 7, a minute and a half left. Wow, Missouri actually trying to close this game out without Tatum, and that might just do it. A big slam. Tatum didn't need to close this thing. 34 points on 13 shots. My guy was getting to the line. And technically, that was an upset. Missouri, the 3 seed, nothing crazy, but they advance. They'll face the Lakers in the Elite 8. 2 LA teams on a crash course, but both could be upset by a college town. Very interesting. But let's get back to arguably the most interesting bracket so far, the top right, including 8-seeded Arkansas. Can they pull another upset off? I'll be honest, I don't hate their chances. Detroit is good. They've got a star in Booker, but Arkansas has the intangibles, and they had the fight, and they had the heart. A ridiculously low-scoring game that Arkansas led almost throughout. This game is going to end with neither team close to 90 points. That's nuts. Mike Conley, though, is seasoned veteran. Bobby Portis, go up, Bobby, and he made it. Nah, Detroit choking here would be nuts. Come on, 92 Booker. You can do it. I always root for the upset, but Miles Bridges, no way. Why would they trust him? Ayo, Booker really tried backpacking. Nobody else did anything. Anything is on the table here between the Raptors of Canada and the Pelicans of Louisiana. Shea versus De'Aaron, this should be great. But unfortunately, only one star would show up and stand out in this epic matchup, and it wasn't the American. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, a light 40, 16, 6, and 6. The state of basketball might be a whole country, ladies and gentlemen. Still a long way to go, but Arkansas, an excellent story, and Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, well, the one-man beast. But we move down to the final Sweet 16 matchups. Hawks, Sixers, New Jersey Nets, Cavs. This is good. I like it. Unfortunately, on paper, it looked like we were going to have another easy one for the Atlanta Hawks, and, well, I have no dramatics for this one. The Hawks from Georgia, just so dominant overall, a completely balanced performance, and Philadelphia is gonzo. From one blowout to another probable blowout, LeBron, Steph versus the underman New Jersey Nets. Oh, you knew I would pay for that disrespect. This is a tight game. New Jersey's down only 2. This is just brutal. Like, the Cavs, a moving shot from Karl Anthony. A moving shot. Neither of these teams deserves to win. The Cavs have finally subbed in LeBron James. One last stop, and they do close this game out unless there's a miracle. Bam. What are they doing? Davon Reed for 3. Yeah, that was ugly. I'm not gonna lie. Wow, Jalen Brunson 41 and 7, albeit in a loss, and another triple-double for LeBron, even though he wasn't out there in the clutch. Dude, the Atlanta Hawks versus Cleveland Cavaliers is gonna be a literal bloodbath, and you'd expect nothing less with a spot in the Final Four on the line, which is where we're at now with each bracket region. And let's get to our other most powerhouse dominant matchup on the slate, the LA Clippers versus South Carolina Gamecocks, and we'll follow that up with Lakers, Mizzou, Jason Tatum versus LA. Yep, this is going to be 2 bangers in a row. The Los Angeles Clippers have yet to be pushed by anyone. Kawhi, Paul George, Drew, they've got inside threats, outside threats, defense everywhere. They're great. But for all the jokes I've been making this video, South Carolina is home to Ja Morant, and it looks like they don't need much else. He's been so dominant as an individual, and it looks like that's not stopping South Carolina. A 5-point lead with 95 seconds left. Why do the Clippers not have Drew Drew Holiday in there instead of Russ. That could be a fatal mistake. If nothing else, but for the defense, never mind. Never mind. Russ picks up the steal. What a timely mistake from Ja Morant. He's still got a chance to make up for it. A bucket here would be a big help. He's working off the pick and roll. He forces another pass in, but that time it got there. No, they are not. No double team, but Kawhi misses. Aaron Nesmith with the defense. Ja Morant missed one free throw, so LA is still in this game, but they need a bucket. They also don't need to force a three. I mean, they can go twos and free throws here down the stretch. What? No! I've seen it all. At the same time, common Clippers choke, if we're being honest. Plus, Ja Morant is, once again, he's just unstoppable. Someone fire up an Instagram live so we can get Ja up out of here. Nothing else is working. Now I'm scared for Los Angeles. Are they about to lose a second team in a row? The Lakers, probably a bit deeper on paper than the Clippers. Not quite the top end talent. But we don't care about the Clippers. They're a thing of the past, the future, the present. Jason Tatum, Beal, Michael Porter Jr. on Missouri. Doesn't even matter what else is on this roster. And unless we get a miracle here, both LA teams will indeed be taking an L. Missouri needs just a couple stops here down the stretch and they can close this game out. Someone's gonna have to force up a shot for the Lakers. It's a turnover instead. That might be the nail in the coffin. Jason Tatum with the dagger. Why did he just pulled up for style points there, and he made it. It worked. Both LA rosters were super deep, balanced scoring, and both were done in by superstar performances. In this case, Bradley Beal and Jason Tatum for Missouri. We're through the top left portion of our bracket with South Carolina coming out on top. Crazy. And equally as so, well, just that we have both LA teams losing, Missouri advanced, as we've got two states represented by collegiate teams into the Final Four. On the left side of the bracket, might we get another in Arkansas on the right? Surely this has to be the end of the Cinderella run for Arkansas, right? I mean, their roster really isn't that great or deep. I don't know how they're here, to be honest. And the story of the tournament has been individual performance from Ja Morant, Brad Beal, Jason Tatum. Will Shai Gilgeous-Alexander carry that forward? And how dare I doubt the Arkansas Razorbacks, who are right in this game. Arkansas needs a bucket badly. They keep going to Mike Conley, who finally gets one to go. All right, 4-point game again. Bro, Arkansas just has the magic. Malik Monk wide open. Oh my gosh, he almost banged it. They're going to the old man Mike Conley out of pick and roll action. Bobby Portis in the corner. Daniel Gafford inside. He's got a mismatch and he scores. All right, bro, the script for Arkansas is going crazy right now. It's keeping Shai on the bench. Brandon Clark back door. What a play. Yo, what a cut. I mean, they don't have Austin Reeves on the court. They don't have Austin Reeves. Yeah, they fumbled the bag. These coaches don't know what they're doing. And finally, we arrive at what should be the matchup of this video. The Atlanta Hawks from Georgia. Just so much talent, some top end, some depth. It's all there on this roster. And they'll be taking on the ultimate top end talent, LeBron, Steph. I mean, CJ's cool. Terry in Cleveland, just no big men. That could be their downfall. And unfortunately for any LeBron, Steph, or Cleveland Cavalier fans out there, I kind of called this one. The lack of big men and depth at that position just did the Cavs in. They got absolutely destroyed by the Hawks, a 40-point loss. The top right region of our bracket is wrapped up. Unfortunately, Arkansas isn't Cinderella anymore. And there was no upsets happening in the bottom right region. Atlanta just dominated and took names. And with that, just 4 teams remain. 2 collegiate on one side, 2 NBA on the other. No true surprises, although it's been a fun road to get here. And let's start with the collegiate teams. Missouri, South Carolina, Tatum versus Morant. We know what's up. Both teams came to battle in what was a classic Final Four matchup between 2 heavyweights, but Ja was flying high as per usual. But it's not just Ja flying high. Missouri's got this game tied up with 2 minutes left. Nobody finding space here in the clutch. Tatum off a screen. Oh, good pass. Wow, great find by Tatum. The vision. It was Torrey Craig who bricked in the clutch. What? Ja, what are you doing? I think that was a botched alley-oop. Oh, that was bad. That was bad, and I've seen a lot this video. Might be the last chance for South Carolina here. Down 4. Can Ja make up for his mistake in the clutch? Yes. Whoa! He hit that. Okay. Did not see that coming. Can Ja Morant do it again? Down 3. Shot clock is turned off. You know it. You know he keeps that thing strapped. You know. It's not good though. Nah, what am I seeing? Ja Morant. I was about to say, Ja did everything he could. Literally 59 points, an insanely clutch 3, but it just wasn't enough. Tatum was amazing, 42, 13, and 7. Missouri, obviously the better team overall. Wow. I don't know how we can follow up that Final Four matchup, but Toronto representing Canada, Atlanta representing Georgia. And no point in messing around. We are jumping right into the clutch. Atlanta with a 5-point lead, but it's not over, Toronto. I mean, I'm trying not not to be a homer here. Go Atlanta, go basketball. Nah, we're going for Canada and the Raptors. Shea in the clutch where he's so good. Tough flow. He's a magician, literally. Shea would then force a steal on the defensive end. In transition, Jamal Murray. Jamal kicked it. Oh, Shea, that should have been a 3, and he bricked it, but Clark is there on the rebound. The Hawks are really... I called this, dude. I knew the Hawks would fumble in the clutch, but one bucket, that's a clean look. Anthony Edwards can't buy one. Can the Raps take an outright lead right here? Shea gonna go to work again. Oh, he's wide open. He's going for it all, and he hit it. Yo, the clutch threes in this video. I can't see this again. Oh, this time he goes to the rim. Kelly Olynyk playing defense. What? The Hawks are out of timeouts. Kelly Olynyk hit both free throws. Toronto, they are the country, the city, the region of destiny, I guess. 33, 8, 6, and 3 for Shea. That's a superstar performance. One final game remaining for all the marbles. A college region in Missouri versus a Canadian team in the Toronto Raptors. I honestly, I'm shocked at this outcome, man. And as much as this is a team game, and specifically a hometown team game today, it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander versus Jason Tatum in the final. Which superstar can pull it out and dominate? Well, unfortunately for one superstar, that's not even worth making dramatic or talking about. No, I'm just kidding. It's a 2-point game with 1:45 left. Yes, this is a final. The palms are sweaty right now. Jason Tatum, never mind. Shut up, Eminem. Does Shai have an answer? He's now down 5. I mean, it is a team game, I say again, but it's really Shai versus Tatum. I also say again, big shot. Oh no, transition. Burks, why are you forcing that shot? Huge rebound. Michael Porter Jr., go up with it. That might be the game. If the Raptors don't get a bucket right here, it's probably curtains. Oh my word, Kelly Olynyk just fired that. What is Kelly doing? The lack of big men shines through again. Wow, I can't believe it, man. Shai finally saw his magic run out in the clutch. Kelly Olynyk taking jump. That's not what you want, man. A great performance from Shai, albeit in a loss, 32-5-8. But what is anyone supposed to do with 40, 10, and 7 from Tatum, including a late dagger? And after a long journey with plenty of ups and downs, plenty of standout individual dominant performances, the Missouri Tigers, a state that I did not have on my radar, stands alone atop the rest of the basketball North American world. If you're interested in more superstar individual performances, please click the video on the screen right here. NBA Ticket to Ride. You won't be disappointed.